channel, man. I'll give you another follow.
Will Travels.
Will Travels.
Basically Will. Travels, but with a Z.
Did you say 3 L's?
2 L's.
2 L's.
2 L's, and it's a Z instead of a S. Someone beat me to it on had the S.
Nice. Been doing it a long time?
I started my channel about a year ago, but I kind of started really focusing on it about 6-8 months ago, and finally just got monetized back in September. So
Nice.
just been cranking out videos since then like crazy, and live streams.
That's awesome, man. You already broke into that monetization, huh?
Yeah.
Is it just like peanuts right now, or is it?
I'm probably making 50 to 60% of what I spend a month. So I'm not breaking even of what I spend, but about 50 to 60%.
Pretty damn good.
So better than 3 months ago when I wasn't making nothing. So
Yeah.
I'm almost, right now I'm hoping that we'll hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of this week. So that's the goal for the
That's
channel.
awesome. So you can get monetized for just a few thousand followers, huh?
It's 1,000. First you get monetized when you get to 1,000 subscribers, and you got to have 4,000 watch hours. So that's the monetization point.
Inspiring.
Yeah, it takes a lot, man. It literally from like the month 0 to like the 10th month, I had under 500 subscribers. And then basically from September till now, I have almost 3,000 subscribers. So it took forever to get the first 500. And then I did an apartment search video, and it kind of boosted me up. Let me get my passport out. Give me 1 second, guys. I forgot I had to do the passport one more time. There we go.
I like my partner.
Come on. Thank you. I believe so. No. They said go wait at the restaurant and then we'll leave. So we're not leaving the restaurant. I think that's those black ones are. Yeah, usually they wait at that restaurant and then they'll kind of you'll start seeing everybody piling up. This is my 3rd time. So I got stuck on the less inferior bus this time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm not on the same bus, but I was told I'd just beat up.
Were you on the gray seats or the cloth seats?
The grey seats, the nice one.
Yeah, that's a better one. Was that one full?
Yes.
I think you could technically go wait on there, but I heard that it's going to be probably another 20 minutes or so. Maybe 30 minutes, but we'll see.
Yeah.
At least another 90 days is...
I just took 45 because I'm going to go out for tech.
Ah, okay.
So, and actually my last mortgage with Nike was up on the 15th of January. So it's kind of that extra 9 days. I thought,
that
well, I mean,
sucks.
yeah, it's just the way it falls, you know. It never seems to fall as you want it to.
I always tell, because you must be from Europe, right? 45-day visa?
Yeah, UK.
Okay. I always tell them, because I do a YouTube channel, I advise people, always get the 90, because the 90 days cost you less than having to leave the country because this is like 150 US dollars.
Yeah.
If you pay the $25, you get to stay for 90 days.
I can't remember what I paid for. I don't think I pay as much because I think I paid 2.2.
I wonder if people are getting that. Oh, you paid 2.2?
Yeah.
For here?
Yeah, because I don't have to pay for the visa.
So you don't have to pay for the Laos visa?
That's a 2.2.
2.2.
Which is my bus, this one?
I think that's your bus.
Okay.
I might try to sneak on there if there's...
I'll let you know.
Number 1. I don't remember which one I was on. Same one? We get on same? Let me see. Maybe this one. Do we get on the same bus?
Yeah, bus
Same.
2. No, bus 2. Bus 1 and bus 2.
Let me see. Is it on our...
Rất là nhện đó hả?
I think, yeah.
Bus 2. Bus 2.
I want to be nice bus. That one's the nice one. They have massaging chairs and a place to charge your phone. There's no place to charge phone on this one. So, what's up, Elvis? We're just getting back on the bus. Unfortunately, my power cord does not charge for me. Let me put my bag down real quick. Put my passport up. They wouldn't let me. I made the mistake, man. I got on the wrong one. That was 100% my fault. It seemed like they were only having one bus. I should be on that one right there. Oh no. That's not. So okay. I don't kind of feel as bad because look, those do not have the gray seats. Those are the maroon cloth. Same as ours. So it looks like I don't think they have the gray seat ones out today. So I don't feel as bad. I don't feel as bad, but everything's done. Yep, everything is done. Now we just have to drive back. So that's gonna be it. Let me just fix my bag. I don't want my bag to spill. I hope we'll start taking off soon. Yep, it's all done. Now it's just the 4-hour or so bus ride back. What time is it right now? It is 12:10. I figure we're gonna leave by 12:30. We'll probably leave in the next 10 to 20 minutes. And then I think we're gonna get back home by about 5:30 at the latest. So back in my apartment by no later than 6. Yep, it's practically done. Well, except for the hard part of driving back, but all the paperwork's done, the visa's done. Now it's just sit and wait another 4 or so hours. So my next visa is due March 28th. No, March 25th. I feel like I lost some days in there, right? So today's December 28th, January 28th, February 28th, March 28th. February is only 28 days, so how did it come out that way? I don't understand. I don't understand how I seem to have lost some days. Oh, March 27th. I guess so. March 27th. I guess that's right. I guess that's right. March 27th, guys. March 27th. So basically almost April. I did have to wake up early. I got up at about 5:10 in the morning. Got on the in drive about 5:40, a little bit right before 5:40. Then I got to Lynn Visa right about 5:50. So I got there about 10 minutes early, grabbed a free banh mi, grabbed some snacks. I got a pocket full of snacks. I should have grabbed some of those free coffees. I don't drink coffee, but I bet if I tell my girlfriend that, she'll be mad that I didn't grab some. Yep, this is all. You could do the bus border run all in one day. This avoids having to stay in another country for 3 to 7, 8 days. So you can do it this way. We started this at the morning. The apartment is watching Diane. Makes you lay down? Wow. Yeah, this one, let me show you guys. This one's not the nice one. I took the nice one before. It does have that. It does have the seat. You can hit the button and the seat comes up. It does have the charging cord right here, but unfortunately, my luck, the charging cord doesn't work. So, yeah, I've never heard of people doing sleeper buses for border runs. That's through an agency. Now I know people do sleeper buses like to travel long distance, but I've never heard of sleeper buses when you just go do a border run. I think, look at, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the lady over there is rounding everybody up from the restaurant. There's a restaurant there, and she's making sure everybody comes. Look, there's some stragglers behind. You see the stragglers? She's like, we better get up on the bus before we leave. Yeah. So if you're traveling just like city to city, those are sleeper buses. But this is just all this bus does is just takes people to the border and takes care of their visas. This bus doesn't do anything else. This is a private bus. I don't know if they own this bus or they just rent it. But man, they don't have the other bus today. I've been telling everyone to get on the gray seat bus, but I don't see it. I don't know what happened to that other bus. But everything is done. Actually, I did not. You guys might be mad, but I did not do a visa border run uploaded video. But I did do kind of a 10-minute walking tour of the border part of Laos. So I'll upload that hopefully tonight. But no new visa run. There wasn't any new information. There was no real video. It was raining, so there's no new visa video. There's not really much that I could have done with that. Good legroom. So, especially if I sit all the way back, it's good legroom. The other bus had the gray leather seats, and that one was much better. You can hit a button and it massages you, and it has a... Oh yeah, I forgot I got the AC that I can turn on now. Got the AC. These are supposed to be lights, but apparently, look, my seat is like the one that doesn't work. Mine's the one that doesn't work. I am 5'10". Are you using Vietnamese? Yep, it all works here. Now, when you go up in the mountain, we were losing signal, but it didn't have nothing to do with the SIM card itself. It's just we were up in the mountain. We were doing live streams earlier, and I would do them for about an hour, and then it would switch from like 4G to whatever the hell H plus is. I still don't know what H plus means when it goes from 4G to that, but kind of lost some signal on that. But we're literally, the border is right there, so let me see if you guys can see. So we park here. That is the entrance. You walk right there. You hand them your passport. You go in. There's a building a little bit further back, and that's where Duck and the agency gets all your paperwork ready, and then you walk from there about 10 minutes, and then you go do your stuff in Laos. There goes that bus, so I guess we're leaving now too. I think, so this bus run is kind of boring, but this is probably the best part, is right when you come into Laos. Look at this. You guys see that? I don't know. I'm 5'10". Maybe you had those Tom Cruise stilts in your shoes. 3 inches taller? No way. Come on, man. What was I gonna say? Oh, this border city is kind of the only liveliness you'll see when you leave here. You'll see, like, it's kind of like a cool little city. I wish we had enough time to kind of walk down this city, but we just don't have enough time. Most people go to this little cafe and this little restaurant. Where's it at? I think it's that one. But I've sat in there, but I've never got anything from there. I actually have some lunch in there that I should probably break into. I got a sandwich, and I got some banana bread and some pineapple. Ow. Yeah, I thought you meant that you thought I was gonna be like 6'5" or something. I don't know why we're not leaving. We're letting all these other buses cut us. We left the first in the morning, and now it looks like we're leaving last. So I was like, at least I got on the bad bus, but we left early. But now I'm on the bad bus and we're leaving last. This is every 3 months, yes. So if I'm gonna do another one, it would be at the end of March. You do this 4 times a year. You should do this 4 times a year if you plan it correctly. So this is the last one of this year for me. I've already mapped it out. So my next one would be March, at the end of March. Then the next one would be June, at the end of June. The next one would be September, and then the last one would be December. Five, 6, come on. Yes, this is with the visa agency. My old coworker, I think he's 5'5" or 5'6", and I'm way taller than him. Because I used to always give him a bad time. I'm ready to go. Everybody's talking, but no action. Every 3 months, yep. Actually, I was kind of surprised. A bunch of Europeans were only getting the 45-day visa. And I was like kind of shocked, because I was like, now they have to do 2 visa runs in a span of 90 days. So, not sure why people get the 45-day visa, especially if they plan on doing the visa run and staying longer. And the one that I'm renting, the easiest way is just to go onto Facebook groups, go into many of the Facebook groups, like Danong Expats, Danong Rentals. There's like 3 or 4 different expat groups that I go to in Danong, a few different rentals in Danong groups, and then I literally just type out a paragraph, and it says, I am looking for a place on X, Y, and Z date until X, Y, and Z. This is the place that I want to stay at. this is my budget, this is my requirements, like patio, view of the city, 1 bedroom, separate kitchen, and then I put the amount that I want to spend, and I put at the end, only contact me if you have something that matches all my requirements. Even though I put that, they don't listen.
You saw me this morning, right? If you didn't, then you were on the wrong bus.
Ha. Look at this guy. I don't know. I'll ask him. I wish you would have asked me a few minutes ago. I would ask
Well,
him.
thank you very much, guys. You got a new
What's up,
step
Deborah?
now. Please check your passport to make sure that you still got your passport with you. And also look at the new step to make sure that you got either 90 days or 45 days. Okay?
Yep. I got my 90.
Good. 27 March, right?
27th
Right, we
March.
got 1 hour 30 minutes to the supermarket.
Okay,
And
so
when we stopped this morning.
he just said we got an hour and 30 minutes before we stop back at the convenient store gas station again. Yeah, Deborah, just doing my visa run. We just finished it up. Now we are leaving Laos and coming back to Vietnam. So you're landing in Da Nang. Depends. If you're gonna use Grab, every time I've taken it, when I use Grab, it's 90,000 VND. When I use InDrive, it's 50,000 VND. Oh, look at this. Wow, look at that. Very interesting. I've never seen that. 90,000 for Grab, about 50 to 55,000 for InDrive is what I always pay. Now, if you pay a taxi, I don't recommend paying a taxi because they will rip you off, plain and simple. Because I hear people taking a regular taxi, and I've heard people pay up to like 200,000. No bathroom. So the only 2 things that this bus is missing for me is a bathroom and Wi-Fi. If it had Wi-Fi and a bathroom, it would be perfect. At least if it just had Wi-Fi. I would give up the bathroom for the Wi-Fi because we do hit a lot of dead spots. And remember, we stop about every 2 hours to stop at a convenience store / gas station / food place. So we don't really necessarily need the bathroom, but I would love to have the Wi-Fi on here. Yeah, I would trade the bathroom for the Wi-Fi because we do stop every 2 hours or so at a gas station, convenience store, little market area. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I will not take any other bus throughout Vietnam. This is the only time you guys will ever see me taking a bus because bus drivers just don't have a good reputation out here. This is the only time I'll take, and it's only because of the visa run. But I always take trains over buses, 100%. Yeah, I would suggest you use InDrive. I would definitely suggest you use InDrive, but if you don't have it set up yet and you don't download it and everything, then I would just say screw it and use Grab. Grab will cost you an extra $1 and $1.50. 90,000 is like $3 and something cents. So you should spend under $4 using Grab. With InDrive, it'll be about $2. But I would definitely avoid just paying. Do not. Right outside of the airport, they'll have some guys wearing Grab jackets. They're not real Grab drivers. I would not take them. I only book things on my phone app. That's the only way that I do Grab and InDrive. Never do I ever just allow those people that walk up to you with the Grab jackets to take me. Yeah, no bathroom. We stop at bathrooms at the markets and the gas stations that we go to. They're big ones. I'm actually shocked at how big they are. an hour and a half, he said we're gonna stop. So if we're still live streaming then, I'll show you the big area that we stop at. On GeoGuessr? I don't know what that is. Carl, what is GeoGuessr? What is that? We usually stop every 2 hours. It's definitely under 3 hours, but sometimes it can be a little over 2 hours. We left today at 6 on the dot, and I think our first one was about 8:10, and then I think we stopped again at about 10:20, 10:30. Yeah, InDrive is much better. No, so she came. So I was already here, and she was in the Philippines, and she came back here in November, and I did my last visa run in October. So my last visa run was in October, and she came in November. So her visa run is not due for another month, about another month and a week or so. So she'll have to do hers in February. Online game that uses Google Car Street Views and compete with people to find. Oh, I seen that. I didn't know that's what it's called, but I seen, like, every time I'll see some videos and they'll like scroll into a map and they'll say like, oh, this tree is here, and I couldn't do that. I have no clue how they do that, but they'll say like, oh, this type of green tree only grows in Saudi Arabia, and this color of the building is made in Japan, and this must be. And I'm like, how the hell do they know that? I just went to the bathroom. So they did have a bathroom at the little border area that we were at. I just went to the bathroom there. But so before that, we will stop in about an hour and a half, which is. So we'll probably stop at Vietnamese time of 30. We'll probably stop about 2 o'clock. Jammer, what's up, buddy? We're just heading back from Laos. So probably realistically another, I would probably say 4 hours probably, and then we'll be back. Don't you get a 5-year visa from here? I heard you can get a 5-year visa, like if you marry a local. 1, I'm not married. 2, I don't think I'm ever gonna get married, so that visa is irrelevant for me. So I just do the 90-day tourist visa, and I leave the country for 45 minutes every 90 days. I just connected my phone number in InDrive. Please tell me what happens when you put in. So what you do on InDrive is you will just put the address, so whatever the address of your hotel or wherever you want to go is, and then right below that it'll say something like recommended price, and it usually has a set fee. But the good thing on InDrive is you can click that set fee and you can lower it or raise it. Obviously most people would like to lower it. Like for example, it might tell you, let's say you were going from the airport to the beach, it might give you a recommended of, let's say, 50,000. I usually go in there and I'll lower it to 35 or 38. And then what happens is you'll hit find a driver. Once you hit find a driver, it'll send out your offer of the 38 or 35,000, whatever you put. And then drivers will either counter offer or they will accept it. Now, the first offer that usually comes in, I never accept it because it's usually high. But right before that first offer expires, there's a clock and it'll scroll down. Right before that one usually expires, someone else cheaper will pop up behind them. And then I usually take that one. That's how I use InDrive. No, my girlfriend is from the Philippines, so it wouldn't even matter because she's not from Vietnam. So 1, I'm not married, and 2, my girlfriend is from the Philippines. They used to offer a 1-year visa back when I first came here in 2019. There was a 1-year visa, but there's no official reason why they got rid of it. But if you guys want the inside rumor that everyone tells me is two things. One, once COVID hit, they wanted to clean up all the foreigners that were teaching English without a bachelor's degree, meaning that they weren't from the United States, the UK, all these 7 main native English speaking countries. So what they did was they enacted actually last year was only 30-day visa. So you had to leave the country every 30 days, which I did because I was here last year. I would fly out of Da Nang and go into Bangkok every 30 days to renew my 30-day visa. Then last year, August 2023, they brought back the 90-day visa, but they have not brought back the 1-year visa yet. I asked Duck, the owner of the agency here, and he says he doesn't hear anything about any 1-year visa coming back. So in the near future, it doesn't seem like it's coming back, but who knows? It's not about her. I'm too old to marry. I've never really thought about marriage. And honestly, as an American, I've realized there's not many benefits of getting married, for a man at least. For a man, there's very limited benefits, if any, for a man getting married. That's my opinion. If I had a Vietnamese guy friend, we could get married. He could live in the USA. Yeah, you guys can do stuff like that. Anyone here in Da Nang going stir crazy inside, looking to speak with a human on New Year's, even though I'm certainly not a party goer. And you should go take a look at all those Facebook groups. And they also have Facebook events. I've noticed, I've never really seen it, but they have Facebook events. Where's my battery charger? Put my battery charger. What's up, Earl? Mission is accomplished. Now the hardest part is just waiting the next 4 hours. It's not really about her or not her. It's just I just don't know if I will ever get married. It's not about who the person is. For myself, I just don't know if I'm gonna get married. I mean, a lot of guys from the USA kind of understand the feeling on that. Like, there's just not a lot of benefit for men getting married nowadays. Kind of sucks. Right before the plague, I had 6 months business. So I heard you can get the 6-month business visa, but I don't have the capital. I don't have business, so that isn't really an option for me. But I think there still is a 6-month business visa, but 99.9% of the people just get the 90-day tourist visa. It's just a piece of paper, and especially in the USA. Obviously, I'm not in the USA, but in the USA, man, the man holds all the risk of getting married and not really any benefits of getting married, especially in the USA. This is probably the most liveliest you will see this area, because then we start climbing into the mountains, and then it just kind of dies down. You see lots of rivers and kind of like water areas, but you don't see too many people once we start climbing into the mountain, and that's kind of when the internet kind of cuts in and out. I do not own anything in the USA, Jammer. Literally nothing. I have everything that I own in 3 bags that I carry with me in Vietnam. I literally have nothing in the USA. Nothing. I sold my car. I moved out of my apartment. I think I have one Home Depot box of just like pictures and a few things like that that's stored at my dad's house. But I literally have nothing in the USA. I'm kind of doing a little business now. I do an in-person service where I welcome people into the city of Da Nang, and I get them situated. I set them up with a SIM card. I do that. So I enjoy doing stuff like that, and I enjoy doing my YouTube channel. That's the kind of scooter I would drive. That scooter right there. Those are the kind of scooters I wouldn't mind riding. What kind of business? I don't really know. I love to cook. So there's just so many different options. There's lots of different things I would like to get into. I traded stock options for a couple years. So there's a lot of stuff that I like to get my hands in. In 10 or 15 you get married. 10 or 15, man, I'll be too old then. I'm already old now. I'm 42 years old. So I'm too old to have kids, in my opinion, because if I had a kid, even tomorrow, right? If I had a kid tomorrow, my kid would be 18 when I turn 60 years old. I just kind of feel it's a little too late for me. Everyone remembers to smash the like button. Yeah, I think we're down to like we only need about 30 more subscribers to get to 3,000. So we have a good chance of hitting 3,000 by New Year's Eve. What happens if you have an apartment full of belongings and the van? So I've been kind of lucky that I've never heard that story. Everyone always asks me that story, but we're literally on a bus and there's a guy up here and he said he's been doing this for 8 years. So, I mean, there's always that risk, but I have never heard one story about someone being declined to come back. And then I guess worst case scenario, let's say you had all your stuff. One, you would have to either fix your visa issue, whatever it is, which allows you not to come back in, or two, you would have to have someone back in the city, maybe send you all your valuables. Like I bring my laptop and stuff when I come if I'm by myself, but I think it's more overblown than what it really is. I lived in California, one of the most expensive areas in the Bay Area, just about 30 minutes away from San Francisco. I have a Facebook page. If you click, oh, look at this little fire. I guess they're burning something. If you go onto my YouTube description, there's a link for my Facebook and my Instagram page. So if you go click on details on the links, you should be able to find it right there. Yes, we are on Lynn Visa's bus right now. Two things, Sam. One, I've always told myself no matter what, I will never have a kid until I'm extremely financially stable, meaning I have a house, a plan to pay for their college, everything covered. And I am completely 100% far away from being financially stable, not only for myself, but to bring someone else into this world. So that's the first issue. And the second issue is I don't want to be 60 years old having an 18-year-old kid. That's just crazy. You could pay someone to store it. Yeah, you could pay someone. Hey, what's up, Native? Yep, we're just heading back from Laos now. Yeah, this is my third bus run with Lynn Visa now. There is even a name for women who marry men in their 50s. Women who do marry these guys are called hospice wives because the women usually end up cleaning the guy's ass. So my girlfriend now, she's only, 2 years younger than me. So most of those guys have real younger wives when they go to Thailand and stuff like that. Usually it's like 50-year-old guys with like 20-something-year-old women. So it's a little bit different situation. I wasn't against, oh, that's a nice church. I wasn't against having kids. It just, time snuck up on me. For some reason, my 30s just flew by, guys. And like I said, I had a requirement that if I wasn't financially stable, I would not have kids. And time just flew by. I think, if anything, I have maybe a 2 to maybe a 3 year window. I'm 42, so I mean, maybe a slight chance. If I'm gonna have kids, it has to be before 45 years old. Like, I just won't think about having a kid, I don't think, after 45. So this is kind of, if anything, this is just the last tiny little window. Can you get a visa on arrival for Laos and Cambodia? So, I'm not sure how the Laos visa works, but it's all included on this. So when I went down and paid for the visa, it's all included in the price of this. So this was $165 total for everything, and that includes the transportation, that includes the Vietnam visa, and that includes the Laos visa. I can't knock those guys though, man. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't love them. It's kind of a, honestly, this is how life works to me. Everything in the world is done for a selfish reason. Like, people, when they hear the word selfish, they kind of like look at it in a bad light. But you get married to have kids, or you get married to have a stable house. So everyone does things for certain reasons, and in that relationship, even if someone's 60 and 20, they're both benefiting. Like, the lady's probably benefiting financially, and the guy's benefiting by having a companion. So I don't knock people like that. It just, I don't know. I've never really been into picking women based on the age. Now, I don't really think I would be with a girl that young age. But honestly, if I magically just found the right person that was that age, I would not say, oh, no, you're 28, I cannot do it. Like, but I mean, at the same time, I don't actively search for it. Now, I do know a lot of guys will come and they'll be like 50 something years old, and they will only look for someone like 20. Like, that's a little different to me. But like I said, that's their preference, that's their choice. I've always, whenever I've met someone, it's always just been accidentally, and whatever age, however tall, whatever race, like, doesn't matter to me. Yeah, it's like $165. So basically, if you guys want to break it down, the Laos visa itself is $40 US. The Vietnam visa is $25. So the Laos and the Vietnam visa are $65 combined. And then basically this bus ride, the transportation to and from, is basically $100. So that's basically the breakdown how I do it. Dallas Cowboys. I don't think I would get married. Something would really have to change in my thinking, I guess. I'm from Dallas, and I worked with one. She was really beautiful and nice. Tiago Burrito. I think that's Brazil's flag, right? Oh, it's starting to fog up in here a little bit. So yeah, I think we're starting to run into rain now. You guys will see. Starting to rain a little bit. But this is going to be... So I wonder what it would be like to stay in a little city like this for a couple of nights. This is just like a main street town where everything's just on this main street, and then look what everything's just all construction and tucked away. There's nothing really in the back. The back is just grass and a river back there. Look at that. It'd be very interesting to stay at a place like this. Look at that. Wow, you stayed here one night? That's crazy. It seems like there's not a lot of English. It seems like you're not going to get the best internet. Oh, I've never seen this place. This looks cool. Motorcycle rentals. These teachers. I think your best bet in Vietnam, especially Da Nang, is going to be Facebook. almost everyone uses Facebook, or what you're going to run into is once you start meeting people or you go look at places, they're going to say, oh, can I have your Zalo? When Zalo is kind of like Vietnamese version of Facebook or social media, a lot of people are going to be asking you for Zalo. I don't have it, I don't use it, but practically almost all Vietnamese will ask you for your Zalo and use it. That's how they like to contact people. V said 11 o'clock and stood in line for 3 hours. That's crazy, Rafter, man. It seems like maybe you did it yourself. We did our visa through an agency. I paid about almost 4 weeks ago, $160, $165, I think it was, American dollars. And then we showed up this morning at 6, got on the bus. We just left Laos. All the paperwork's done for us. We don't do anything. So all we do is get our paperwork, walk across the border, get our Laos stamp in our passport. We don't deal with any money. We don't give them anything, nothing like that. We just get a stamp. And then we came back to the bus, got our new Vietnam visa, and now we're back on the bus. We'll be back in about 4 hours. Only 2 hotels. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, Deborah, I think your plane's probably getting ready to show up. To stay in a little small place like this. I have no clue where you would eat. I have no clue where you would stay. It would be very different, very different. And shockingly, I have a feeling, this is just a gut feeling, but I don't think it's as cheap as I would imagine it to be. For example, you can stay in Da Nang at a hotel for $8, $9, right? So in my viewpoint would be, hey, I love Da Nang, it's $8. So if I would stay at a place like this, it would have to be $4 or $5, but I have a feeling that this place is not $4 or $5. I have a feeling that even at a hotel here would probably be $12, $15, $20. One guy I think recognized my channel. Most of these people don't. I'm not really talking too loud, so everyone's sitting in the front. I'm in the back. I'm in this back row right here. So there's nobody behind me. I think the only people that know is probably just in my row sitting next to me, but that's about it. Or people think I'm crazy talking to myself back here. There's a lot of construction out here, a lot. Every time I've done a border run, I just see constant construction, and I'm like, what are they building? Like, who's coming here? Like, to me, this is like deserted, like nothing area. I don't know who's building and who's coming. I would love to know what like hotels out here go for, though. Look at that building. No doors, no nothing. Maybe there's a door on the other side, but no windows, no doors. There's a really nice like river that I remember coming by last time. I think it's coming up. But you guys can see the weather is not that great today. Yeah, I wonder how much Mitzi paid for that hotel. Like I said, for me to stay here, I couldn't imagine paying more than Da Nang, but I just have a feeling, shockingly, this place is probably more expensive than Da Nang. Renting an apartment here in Da Nang for a month, about the same cost as a hotel but bigger. Yeah, so that's the advice that I tell everybody. I always ask people, I say, Do you need a kitchen and do you need a living room? If you need a living room and a kitchen and a separate bedroom from your living room, then you do apartment. If you guys do not need a kitchen, if you guys don't need a separate bedroom from a living room, then do a hotel. That's basically how I tell people to determine where you guys want to stay. Because you can practically get apartments for almost the same cost of a hotel, except for you get a kitchen, you do get a living room and a separate bedroom, but you will have to pay electricity in most cases. So it just boiled. We were cutting out. I think I'm on plus H plus signal. No more 4G. I have not been to Marble Mountain either. Info, but to one person in the chat. So if you're 50 with women, that's 30. 1 month, unless you like to cook at a hotel. Yeah. So the only benefits you're going to get at a hotel is going to be you're not going to pay electric. You most likely will get cleaning services, and you can definitely do 1 month or less. But on the flip side, the negatives of a hotel is going to be you are going to have a smaller place. You most likely are not going to have a living room. You're just going to have a hotel room that's all in one. You probably won't have a hotel that's all in one. You probably won't have a kitchen. Some of them have smaller kitchens, but for the price, if you go get a hotel that has a living room and a kitchen, it's basically more expensive than an apartment. So you guys got to determine, do you want the size and the kitchen and the living room, or do you want the smaller size, no kitchen, no living room, with more flexibility of having to be able to leave and maybe saving a couple of bucks? Yeah, this internet's cutting in and out, man. I'm on H plus. I'm not on 4G anymore. So luckily, Sunny, I worked out an amazing deal. I do a monthly rental, so 1 month, and then I just tell my landlord at the end of every month I want to extend it. But 99% of people in Da Nang are getting 3-month rentals. 3 months is usually the lowest that you can get. 1 month rentals are extremely hard, especially now. I have one, which I'm lucky to have one through my landlord, but 99% of people are getting 3-month minimum leases. Mostly they're 3 months. Some people, and if you're going to stay there for a longer time, they give you a little better deal usually if you do like a 12-month. Yeah, I took a nap though. So once my live stream kicked me out about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I ended up taking like an hour nap, and then I got back on the live stream about, I don't know, 54 minutes ago, it looks like. I rent a self-service apartment in Hanoi. It's $450. Wow, $450. So I'm not sure you've seen my place. My place is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 block off the beach, amazing view, and we pay $550, but that includes electricity. So realistically, my rent portion of it is about $475. But we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and we're 1 block from the beach. But like I said, Da Nang is a lot cheaper than Ho Chi Minh, and it's a lot cheaper than Hanoi. So that's a big reason why I don't go to Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh. Da Nang gives me everything I need. Myself, I don't think off the top of my head that I've ever been with someone. I'm trying to think what religions they were. Most women that I've been with either have been Christian or were like not really anything. But I've never really been with a woman of another religion that I can remember. But I get along with everybody, so I don't think it would be a problem for me. But I just don't think I've ran across that yet. they actually have some churches in Da Nang too. So I guess there's a certain portion of Vietnamese that are Christian, because we do see a Catholic church right by the beach, and then there's another one that's on the other side of the river. Let's try to see. Ooh, the bus driver's slamming on the brakes, guys. What's up there? What's going on now? We had a crazy bus driver last time. The guy was flying. I think it was just raining a tad, and he was like passing people and flying down the wrong way. I was like, everyone was like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, but in my opinion, I don't really feel that there's no hostility or nothing like that. And like I said, in Da Nang, there's 2 Catholic churches. Actually, I think if you guys see my channel, the Bonnet restaurant that I go to, they are Catholic, I think, because when I talked to him, he mentioned something about the church down the road, and I said, oh yeah, I know that, the Catholic church. And he said, yeah, and he told me that that's the church that they go to. So I think the Bonnet guy at the restaurant is actually Catholic, and there's at least 2 Catholic churches in Da Nang that I know of, that I've seen. What the hell is going on? I think we're behind a truck or something that's going extremely slow. Not sure. We are. Oh, look at that. What was that? A goat? Look at all these. This is crazy. This is way rural. We are leaving Laos. Well, technically we're back in Vietnam now, but we just left the country of Laos, and we are in Vietnam now. We have week 2 million, including, yeah, I think that's even a more rare deal than I've heard of. Oh, you know what, Kim? I met someone that stays in your place. I think he said he's on the 7th floor. I think he said he's on the 6th or the 7th. 6th, 7th, or 8th. It was one of those. We actually ran into him twice. Actually, I was doing the video, the walking tour, and I ended. I'm not sure if you've seen the one where I ended right at your building. As soon as I ended it, he came out and he's like, "Hey, I know you. I watch your channel." And he stays there. So this is why we're going slow. There's a diesel going extremely slow. If someone rents a place for 3 months, for some reason has to leave, so that's why most places have you pay a deposit. Most likely what's going to happen is you're probably going to lose your deposit. If you leave before your lease is up and you've given them a 1-month deposit, I think people just basically give up their deposit that they've already paid and they leave. I don't think it is. I can't say enough, but I have never heard of anything like that. Yeah, he's either on the 6th, 7th, or the 8th. But he told me, so he kind of told me what you said at first. He said at first he was in the front and it was way too noisy. He said they put him in the back, but he said he still gets noise from scallywags. He said he loves the place. He said he loves the staff, but he said he gets music all the way till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But he did say he liked the place, but he said it's just the bars in the neighborhood. So I think he's on not the front, but he's near scallywags, because he was talking about how he heard music till 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's what he was saying. He was saying that you probably got the magic one room or magic floor or something, because he said he moved from the front to the back. I don't know where the back is, but he said he moved there, and he said he still gets it, but he said he liked everything else about it. He said he's in the 1 bedroom. He said the staff was nice, but he said that he hears the pounding of the music even at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so maybe there's only a couple of those units, because I guess he told me he specifically requested them to move him from the front to the back area and they gave him a back, but apparently maybe it wasn't back enough or something. I'm not sure. I missed you guys. I missed you guys' messages. Let me go back. I want to bring my kids. I was wondering. The second bedroom doesn't have a kitchen. Have you traveled or plan on traveling outside? So yeah, my very first trip ever was to Europe in 2019. I went to 9 countries in Europe. So far I've been to 20 countries total. 9 countries in Europe. I've been to Mexico, and I've been to 10 countries in Asia. Look at that. I always like this little area. Shockingly that it's been raining. There's actually less rain here than the last time I seen it. Last time I seen it, this was just full of water. And now that it's raining, it's actually not as full as it was before. Nice little view here. I have a feeling when I start getting closer back to Da Nang, it's going to start raining. I just hope it won't rain when I have to come back. And I didn't see any waterfalls. I've only been on this side. I see a lot of these like little rivers and stuff, but I've never seen a waterfall. One, maybe I'm on the wrong side, and 2, it's just so cloudy that I probably can't see anything. Or maybe I was taking a nap earlier, maybe when we went by it. But I like this little place. This is always one of my favorite little spots to see when we do this little trip. Goats. There's a few goats out here. Yep, there was some more goats right there. House on stilts. A dog hanging out. Oh, they got a little fire going on. They had a little bonfire back there. We're flying, guys. Like, that's why I don't really like taking these buses, man. These guys, they drive crazy. This guy's not as bad as the other guy from last time, but whenever it's raining, or look, like we're just like barely missing this little mud. And I could just imagine if he just kicks up some of this mud, man, going this speed, man, we could be freaking go off the side of a cliff. Yeah, it's very rural. I think if there was no Visa bus run coming through this area, I bet they wouldn't see anybody for days. I bet you 90% of the people that they see are due to the bus run. Look at this. This is a big river, guys. Can you guys see how far it goes? We've just been kind of winding around it. I'm assuming it's a river, but it just wraps all the way down this little whole area that we come to. If I do another Visa run in March, this weather will be much better. The sun will be out. It'll be warm. Much more clear. just so crazy how many people are so damn close to the road. Look at that. Like that guy on that scooter. They just don't know. Like sometimes I'll look out here and I'll just see like a scooter's like literally 2 inches away from just getting slammed. Look at that place. I don't know what that place is. Look at that. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what that is. Some of these scooters don't realize because they're driving forward so they don't see behind them. But man, some of those guys are coming close to freaking getting smashed. There's a bridge. That's a nice bridge. I never seen that one before. Why this water is lower than it was when we came in October. Well, when I came in October, it's been raining. I'm surprised that this river is lower than it was before. When we came here in October, the water was pretty high. I think we're probably about 30 to 40 minutes away from our first stop. We'll stop at like one of those little convenience store gas stations. It's a big gas station and they have like a bathroom, a little snacks to buy. Maybe that's where I'll eat I made a sandwich. I'll probably eat my sandwich there. Me? No. We only went to the border and we're already back in Vietnam. We were only in Laos for maybe 45 minutes, I guess. And it's only right at the border, at the checkpoint. I do know, oh, look at that guy on that boat. You guys see that boat? He's out boating. But I think Vientiane is the capital, but it's like an 11-hour drive from the border that we were at, so it's not even close. We'll be back in Da Nang in probably less than 4 hours now. If she's watching this stream, then yeah, but no, because I just seen her, what, 5 hours ago. I bet she's sleeping, so I don't feel bad because I'm on just 2 or 3 hours of sleep and she's probably back there sleeping while I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. But if we're here in February, she will be doing this visa run by herself and I will be relaxing in bed in February while she does this by herself. Yeah, we're already on our way back. We're done. All we got to do is just get back now. It's the truth. She's probably having a better time than me. She's probably taking a nap. I'm over here yawning, and on 2 or 3 hours of sleep. This is always, every time we go, this is about the time. So we always get back at 5:30. I wonder if you take the weekday one, because the weekday one, they get back about 9 o'clock at night, I think they say. But every time we do this, we usually almost always leave Laos right around 12:30. So we start at 6. We do our first stop at 8. We do our second stop at 10. We get into Laos about 11:20, 11:30. We stay in Laos for less than an hour. And then we're back on the bus at 12. We're back on the bus by about 12:30. And then it's usually about a little over 4 hours for the drive back. So we've always got back under 5:30. We're always like just getting into Da Nang, like right at 5 o'clock. And then whenever everyone gets dropped off, it's about 5:15, 5:20. But this is the same time that we always do it. The weekday, okay. Maybe it's because of your timing. So the weekday one, you don't get back, I think, till like 8 or 9 or 10. But I've never taken that one. So shockingly, I've always done the weekend. But so the benefit about doing the weekday one for you is you save money, because right now I paid 4.7 to do the weekend one, which is technically the faster streamlined one, and the weekday one is 4.1 million. So it's about a difference of about 700,000 for this one. Yeah. So that one is 4.1 million, and then this one is 4.8. So it's a difference of 700,000. But the thing about it is you'll get back by like 5:30, and we don't wait at the border. So the first time I did it, we had to go wait at the hotel, but we don't do any of that anymore. I literally walked to the little Laos station. We gave them our passport, and then we waited there for about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and then they handed us back our passport, and we were done. So he gave me the choice. I could have saved the money, but I would have had to have done it on the 25th, which was Christmas. He said I could do the weekday one, which would have been December 25th, which would have lost me like 9 days just on this one. Or I could have done the 28th, because my visa is not up. Well, my old visa wasn't up till January 2nd, but they canceled the January 1st bus run, and then the next one after that wasn't till January 3rd. So I literally got screwed by them canceling the January 1st one, because I would have been 1 day late if I would have done January 3rd. Hold on. Let me see what Old Man Rivers said. You were at the border talking and telling everyone what time it was, and the guy was screaming. I didn't hear that. I wasn't paying attention. That's what happens, man. I pay attention to my viewers, and maybe I get distracted. When I notice there's no 7-Eleven in Da Nang. Yeah, I do miss 7-Eleven, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Two things. One, ooh, look at that big ass. That was like a water buffalo. Bangkok's and Thailand's 7-Elevens are by far the best. So I've been to the 7-Elevens like in Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi. They do not compare to Thailand's 7-Eleven. So one, even Vietnam 7-Eleven is not on the same level as Bangkok. But two, we have other places. We have Full Mart, which stays open 24 hours. They have like Friendship Mart. They have like Happy Mart. So we don't necessarily have 7-Elevens, but we do have 24-hour markets. Now they're not the same, but they do good enough job. I have lost about 14-ish days on these 3 visa runs. I think the first day I lost 4 or 6 days. The second one I think I lost 4, and this one I lost like 5 or 6. So in three different bus runs, I've lost like almost 2 weeks. But if I were to stay in Vietnam in 2025, I think I would only have to do 4, because my next one won't be till March, end of March, which means my next one after that would be April, May, end of June. So end of March, end of June, July, August, end of September, and then end of December. So yeah, I would only have to do 4 next year. I've been to Japan twice. It's just a little too expensive for me. Places are way, way, way too small. Anyone that watches my channel knows I can't do small places. I can't do studios. I can't do tiny accommodation. And I'm a budget guy. So that's what kind of rules Japan out for me. I do miss the 7-Elevens from Bangkok. So even when we went to the Philippines has 7-Elevens too, but they're nowhere on the level of Bangkok 7-Elevens. Big difference even from the Philippines to Bangkok 7-Elevens. Bangkok 7-Elevens are the best 7-Elevens in the world to me. That's the second gold shop I seen right there. So apparently there's some kind of business here because we've seen 2 gold shops here. Not really native. I would say if you went to Vietnam and even Thailand and then you go to Philippines, you're going to be severely disappointed. For one, it's just more expensive, and then for the quality and what you pay for the Philippines, it's just not worth it, man. That's why so I would probably be in the Philippines if it was cheaper and the quality was better, because the one thing that I do love about the Philippines is the English, plus you can get a 3-year visa, and not really a 3-year visa, but you can stay there for 3 years without ever having to fly out of the country. Best visa in all of Asia by far. But the problem is the quality of everything else is lower and it's more expensive. So that's the downside of the Philippines. I paid the agent VND 4.7 million VND. I don't have any American cash. I don't have any American cash on me. You've been to Korea before? You can fly? I've been to Korea twice, but I went to Seoul. And I was kind of shocked at how expensive it was. It wasn't outrageously expensive, but it was definitely even more expensive than the Philippines. But I will say it was a little bit better quality for the price that you pay in the Philippines. So yes, it was more expensive than the Philippines, but you did get better quality. But I don't see myself staying in Korea for a long trip. You found somewhere 15. Get your year visa for Cambodia, then start doing visa run from Cambodia to Ho Chi Minh. It doesn't make sense because all the money that I'd be spending would defeat the point. So I don't know how much a year Cambodia visa run is, or a visa is. And then imagine how much money it's going to cost to fly 2 people, me and Fluffy, to Ho Chi Minh 4 times a year. I mean, I gotta assume it's going to be well over $100 each person. So it's going to be $200 in flights plus the year-long Cambodian visa. And then I got to go spend time in Ho Chi Minh, which I don't want to do, and go spend time in Cambodia. So it's actually going to be more of a hassle and more expensive technically. So $300 for the Cambodian visa, and then it's probably going to be at least minimum $100 round trip from Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh for both of us each. So let's say if I got her a Cambodian visa, that's $300 for her, $300 for me. That's $600 already. And then 4 times of doing a flight from Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh, that's going to cost us $200 each time times 4. That's $1,400 a year. Yeah, that's $1,400 a year to go. That doesn't make any sense because a whole year's worth of visa, the way that I'm doing it now, would be about $640 per person. So it actually would be $200 more to do it that way. How much to go round trip to camp? So you can't really do it. That's the problem. So the only place that I would want to go to would be Phnom Penh, right? But there's no direct flights from Da Nang to Phnom Penh. So shockingly, you got to fly from Da Nang to Bangkok and then Bangkok to Phnom Penh. And then there's only 3, at least last time I checked, there's only 3 that fly into Cambodia, and they're not cheap. I think one way, when I was looking at it last time, was like $140 one way. So 1, there's no direct flight, and 2, it was like $140 one way. So I was like, yeah, that's honestly why I passed on going to Cambodia, the price, and there's no direct flight. So I was like, screw it. Kuala Lumpur is actually, sometimes it's cheaper than Bangkok, but the problem is I don't know Kuala Lumpur, so I don't know their airport. I don't know where to stay. So for me, I can go to Bangkok. I've been to Bangkok so many times, and I think it's only like literally like maybe $10 more expensive to go to Bangkok. Bangkok's cheaper. I know exactly the area that I stay in Bangkok. So it's more about familiarity for me to go to Bangkok, because I know exactly where I stay. I know the food places I go to. Whereas Kuala Lumpur, I don't know the airport. I don't know how to navigate out. I don't know how to get a taxi. I don't know what area I would stay in. So in the long run, it would cost me more money. That's it, Native. I don't make any money besides. So I've been traveling 100% full time since September 2022. And I've never made $1 from September 2022 all the way till September 2024. So in that 2-year span, I never made any money. So the only partial income that I get is from YouTube, and it just started 3 months ago. I'm not even breaking even on my bills, but I do probably cover 50 to 60% of my bills a month, but then I pay the rest, about 40% out of pocket each month. That's the only money that I have coming in. I think in my mind, the next Asian country that I'll go to that I've never been to yet, don't know when it'll be, but probably it will be Malaysia. I already know it's going to be more expensive than Vietnam, but I do hear good things about it. But it's just hard going to another country knowing you're going to pay more. But I think if and when I go to a new Asian country, I think it's probably going to be Malaysia, but I have no clue when that'll be. I've been to Taiwan twice, but just very short time for 2 quick layovers. But I did look at the prices of the hotels and stuff, and they kind of blew me away. I think I'm addicted to Southeast Asia. I just love the vibe of Southeast Asia. Been to Japan, been to Taiwan. The only non-Southeast Asian country that I feel has a cool vibe that I've been to so far was China. No, Malaysia is its own country. Bali is in Indonesia. Malaysia is Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur is the main city in Malaysia. Bali is in the country of Indonesia. I have been to Indonesia though. You don't even travel to another city in Vietnam or I've already been to like 6 cities. You guys forget. I never did. Well, no, I have done 2 videos. We went to Hue and we went to Winyan. Those are both up there. But I've been to Haiphong. I've been to Ho Chi Minh. I've been to Hanoi. And I'm missing a city. What else have I been to? Can't remember. I think I've been to 5 or 6 cities. So you're staying in Vietnamese longer? What's up, Salty Crabs? I haven't seen you in a while. So technically that decision has not been made, but no matter what, I needed to do this visa run. For one, my rent is not due until the 12th. And for two, the China school semester doesn't start until the first week of February. So no matter what, I had to get another visa. But as far as what happens after January 12th, I'm not sure. Mexico? I didn't hear nobody talking about Mexico. The food is only a little oily, but still nice. That's what a lot of people tell me, is that the food is good in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. I hope that the channel grows too. I think we're almost at, I haven't checked in a while, but I think we're only about 30 subscribers away from hitting 3,000. So I'm really, really hoping that our goal of hitting 3,000 subscribers will come before New Year's Eve. So we have a good chance of that. It depends on the city in China. Yeah, so all the cities I went to in China, I enjoyed. I was in Hong Kong, I was in Chongqing, and I was in Shenzhen. And I liked all 3 of those places. Yep. Last 3 months I haven't. Actually, probably the last 6 months, actually. I think we went to Winyan in June or July. I think that was our last trip, was June or July. I did like Mexico. I've only been to 2 cities in Mexico, though. I've been to Cancun and Puerto Vallarta. Those were my only 2 cities. And I was 16 at the time and 22 at the time. My passport off. I was saying I have a 10-year in China, but every time I go, I only get 60 days in the country. What did I miss? I didn't stay in Hong Kong long enough. Good thing. I mean, Hong Kong's pretty expensive. And actually, I landed in Hong Kong in 2019. Remember when they were having all the big protests in Hong Kong? I think 2019. I landed that week that they were having the protest and the big kind of disturbance in Hong Kong at the airport. I landed that week while it was going on. But I did enjoy Chongqing, and I did enjoy Shenzhen. I do want to get back to China. I want to go see a couple other cities that I haven't been to. I don't know if I'm ready for those countries either. So my goal is to go to 100 countries, or my main huge goal is go to every country in the world. But I'm just not sure if I'm ready to go to India or Pakistan yet. I've been to 20, and I've been traveling basically on and off for about 5 years, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for India or Pakistan. I think maybe if the budget goes up, maybe in 2025, maybe. was saying, the cities that I do want to get to in China the next time I go, I want to go check out Chengdu, check out Guangzhou, and I want to check out possibly Hangzhou, which is not too far from Shanghai. Yeah, man, they didn't give us the right bus. But I did see, luckily, I don't feel as bad. We parked next to the other bus that I was supposed to get on, and it looked like it was the same material. So I don't know what happened to the gray leather bus. I'm kind of disappointed. I haven't seen the gray leather bus at all today. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that gray leather bus, guys. I don't know if it's gone. I don't know if they just didn't use it today. But man, I missed that gray leather bus. I mean, it had fully reclining seats. It had the massaging chair. I was kind of looking forward to getting the massage. My freaking charging port on my seat doesn't work. But my AC does work here. But my lights don't work, look. So that doesn't work. No. And actually, shockingly, I guess you guys some of you guys must have went on the Visa run, because when I came in to pay for my Visa, the owner's husband, or the owner, I'm not sure technically who the owner officially is, we got kicked off, but I think we're back on now, guys. I think a lot of you guys left, but got to deal with it. That's one thing that I wish, is that we did have Wi-Fi on here. Great. Fluffy just sent me a text message on Facebook, and she said, how come you haven't been doing any lives today? I said, what are you talking about? I've been doing lives all day, so who knows? Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for the people that come to Da Nang as the first timers, like because I know a couple of people that very first Asian city ever is Da Nang, and I go, oh man, you guys are gonna have it the opposite as me. I came to Da Nang like basically at the end of exploring 10 other countries and cities. Now it's going to be hard for them to say, like, man, you get a beach city, you get this great value, and then for them to go to a place like Manila or something, they're going to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, Da Nang has everything, and now I'm in Manila, and it's crazy. I am back. Well, I've been back, but this freaking internet kicks us out. And I'm technically not in the building, I'm in the bus. I think we should probably be coming to a stop. I don't know, probably 20 minutes. Singapore. It's weird, like the only, not the only, but the reaction to Singapore that I hear from people is one or the other. People either love Singapore or they're very underwhelmed. I'm one of the people that's very underwhelmed with Singapore, but the other people, they love Singapore. So it's like, I guess to me, it's a hit or miss type of country. See, like everyone either loves Singapore or they're very underwhelmed. I was underwhelmed. My travel buddy from Czech, he loves Singapore, but then I know like 3 other people that were like, yeah, like Singapore, it's not much. You just see the Merlion, you walk around, and like I said, the biggest thing that I remember is Merlion. I did like the Merlion. I did like the cool little walk around the water. But then food-wise, I just remember eating cold chicken with rice. And my travel buddy was like, yeah, that's popular here. And I was like, why is it cold? And they're like, that's their style or something. And I was like, huh. I stayed in a pod, and a pod was like $30, which was 2019. Indoor waterfall? I don't think I've seen that. People did tell me, so we walked by that, like, I don't think I would call it an amusement park, but it's like where they have all those, like, decorations in the park and stuff. And then I think there's like a big flower aquarium or something, whatever it's called, We didn't go in that, but we walked at that park, but we did not go inside that park. We went to the little markets. So shockingly, guys, my travel buddy at the time in 2019, he was cheaper than me, guys. So how you guys see me? He was living in hotels with a fan. Like there was a couple of times where he could have opted to pay an extra $1 or $2 for an AC room. He would decline and take the fan room for like $1 less. He would eat noodles everywhere. He stayed at a few hostels. Like he was cheaper than me. But he's the one that knew Singapore and took me around Singapore. And he was like, these markets are very popular. So we went there. That's the first time I ever had sugar cane too. That's the only, I know I must have ate some other food there, but that's the only thing that I remember. Because we were there for maybe 3-ish, maybe 4 days. I just remember that was the first and last time I ever been in a pod. I was in a pod, which was definitely different. I had to share a bathroom with like 5 other people. And it was $30. I just remember I was like, wow, man, Singapore is expensive because I think we just left the Philippines. And in the Philippines, which I tell you guys is not cheap, but in 2019, I was renting a 2-bedroom Airbnb for $25 in Cebu. And then I left the 2-bedroom in Cebu, Airbnb, and I ended up staying in a pod in Singapore for $30. And I was like, wait a second, man, something ain't right here. A demon to possess my girlfriend. We did a lot of the markets. Like everybody was saying, like, you got to go to the Singapore markets. They're known, and they were like, this is the Singapore chicken. And like I said, I was very underwhelmed. I did like walking around the little waterfront area with the Merlion, but the biggest thing that stands out to me, I remember going to a little temple. I remember sleeping in a pod, eating Wheaties in the morning with free breakfast. That was back in 2019 when I thought free breakfast was such a big deal. Philip loves it, but 2019 I did run into a lot of places that had free breakfast, and I'd get up at the crack of dawn at 6 o'clock to go get a piece of toast, some Wheaties, and some eggs or something. Then I quickly realized, hey man, this ain't worth it. Yeah, I just didn't care for Singapore. I just didn't care for. I would say, if you guys ask me what my biggest underrated city was that I've been to, at least back on that trip in 2019, and my most overrated, I would say my most overrated city back then was Chiang Mai. I thought everybody hyped up Chiang Mai. This is 2019, so this is like the height of when everybody was going to Chiang Mai. Everybody hyped it up, and I was like, wow, man, I'm about to go to this really crazy cool place. I went there and I was kind of underwhelmed, especially because people were hyping it up. And shockingly, my most underrated in 2019 was Bali. I wasn't really looking forward to going to Bali at all. And then I went there and I actually enjoyed it a lot. I loved almost everything about Bali. And I ended up going there 2 or 3 different times during that trip. That's what people say. They say Chiang Mai is like Da Nang without the beach, but I disagree in a lot of aspects. 1, it's not as cheap. 2, it doesn't have the beach. 3, it has a different type of traveler there. And then 4, Thailand only gets you 60-day visas. where Vietnam gets you 90 days. So one, you pay more in Chiang Mai. Two, you get 1 month less on the visa. Three, it's a weirder type of traveler. It's the Zen, I need to find myself type of traveler, and there's no beach. I loved Bali back in 2019. I have heard that Bali now is more expensive than 2019. I think 2019 was the cheapest time to travel. Like, I look back and I see how cheap things were back then, and I'm like, wow, it was cheap. But I enjoyed Bali. I liked their food there. The prices were good. I stayed at an amazing hotel. Actually, I stayed at a huge 1 bedroom about 4 blocks from the beach. It was $18 a night, and it had a huge, real amazing breakfast. Philip would have went there just for the breakfast. But I really enjoyed Bali that time. I don't really know if I would go anywhere else in Indonesia. Not intentionally or planned, but I do like Bali. I didn't like Chiang Mai because, like I said, everyone was kind of the elephant pants wearing. I'm starting a business. I'm the smartest man in the world type of personality. I know everything. Very weird type of traveler there. And then, like I said, you only get 60-day visa compared to 90-day visa. There's no beach, and everything across the board was more expensive. So it had all the negative downsides that Da Nang doesn't have. So shockingly, I have not found inflation hit Da Nang. I'm blown away. So the biggest thing that I've seen inflation-wise in Da Nang is probably from about 8 or 9 months ago. We used to get eggs at Moon Milk, right? And they used to be 23,000. We went in there 1 week and it went up to like 27, and I was like, okay. Eggs went up, and then like 3 days later, eggs were like 29,000, and I was like, wow, they raised it again. And then like a week later, it went up to 30. But so I mean, the only thing that I've ever, I'm still paying. Put it this way, I'm still paying the same rent this year that I paid over a year ago in the same building. I paid 14 million, all included everything, last year, and I'm paying 14 million. So nothing has went up for me. Nothing. So I can only speak about Bali back from 2019, but no one talks about it, but I really like the food in Bali. Bali has kind of a unique type of food. I've never ran into that kind of food anywhere else in Asia. So you go to Vietnam. It's almost always the same stuff. It's the same kind of meat. It's either in a soup, it's either in noodles, or it's with rice. Bali had fried things. They had like spicy fried dishes. They had like all kinds of different things. Meat sticks, fried stuff. Like, it was just so much different. Plus, I love their beach. I kind of think I liked hanging out on their beach. Their beach is much more active. It's not nice, like see-through like Boracay, but the beach was a cool vibe. I felt a lot of people spoke more English there. And the prices were very comparable to Da Nang. Definitely more expensive, but not by much. San Jose. I'm sick of winter. There's tourist inflation in Da Nang, low season. So for some reason, something's going on, because low season / rainy season was September till basically January. So we're in it, and I have not noticed. So actually, it's getting harder to find rentals. So I don't know who the hell is staying in Da Nang during the slowest, rainiest, slow season. I don't know who's here, but people are snatching up places. When I say different foods, I'm mostly talking about local food. So, and I kind of think what kind of plays into it back in Bali was Muslim culture. So, for some reason, a lot of Muslim cultures fry up a lot of things and it's more spicier. So, like in Danang, like you guys know, I eat all the same stuff practically, right? But I mean, the same kind of meat goes into a banh mi, that goes into a soup, that goes on top of rice. Like it's kind of interchangeable. But in Bali, there was so many things. There was like a fried corn cake. There was like fried chicken. There was like these meat sticks. There was like their rice, man. Their fried rice is awesome. I love their fried rice. So they had a lot of different things, and it was very common. Like maybe you might find different things at every few different restaurants, but the local food is pretty similar. If you go into Vietnamese restaurants, you find the same stuff. It's always the soup. It's always like maybe a pork chop. So it's like it's very similar, but in Bali, you get a lot of these different types of food at local restaurants. Viet's moving to Da Nang from Ho Chi Minh. Okay, I guess we're at the store. Here we go. Ooh, it's raining pretty good. Look at this mud. Look at the mud. I guess we got to get out on this mud. I guess I'm going to go eat my sandwich. So we'll do a live stream, and I guess I'm going to eat my lunch. Yeah, I'm really wondering why there was no off-season, slow season, low season in Da Nang. I don't know what it is. And I know a lot of people that have been here for a while, and they were like, hey, man, kind of hold off on renting a long-term place because September rainy season's coming around. Everything's going to go down. Everything's going to go. And nothing happened. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't go down, but for some reason, there was kind of no low down season. I don't know what happened. I guess I'm going to get off here. What is gumboots? I don't know what gumboots is. You guys won't. Oh yeah, I forgot. They have water in here, I think, sometimes. Yep. There's a whole stash of water. Our Mexican buddy, when he did the visa run the last time, that someone had some beer in there, and he snatched up a beer. This is a good time though, because I am gonna come over here, and what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat my sandwich. Let me set this up right here, guys. I do have my lunch. I brought my lunch, guys. I feel like oh, I forgot I even had a soda. Look it. So, I do have this, which I'll probably just eat the sandwich. So, to get through those lakes, boots. I never heard of gum boots. Never heard of it. That's why I could have ate at the little restaurant that the bus stops at the border, but I did bring a sandwich. I tried to make a BLT, but the bacon, it had a little smell to it, so I tossed it. I didn't want to get sick. So I made a egg and grilled cheese.
It's reminding me back home too much. The old memories are flooding back. Yeah, man. Okay, I can stand this. Rather than sitting in,
They hire rice farmers to cook? What do you mean? I love this sauce.
So never told me, man. How to make your own
Robert,
food. Next time.
that's me. I watch your videos. Yes, that is me. Last time I checked, this is me.
After many years of, you will, running a hike, that's just sort of like was. You wanted to find me, I'd moved somewhere I didn't know. Right? So essentially I'm gonna take myself. Yeah. Under the eyes of the law, I'm not breaking the law.
This is just like a convenience store. We do stop at a bigger one, which will be the next stop. It'll be our next or our last stop. This one's just like a little regular convenience store.
So that's why it happens. There's no law preventing it from happening. Anyways,
I made it.
How did you get caught? How did you
I never got caught.
I made a sandwich.
got found? How don't get found?
She was asleep when I made it. I made a sandwich. I had a little bit of pineapple that I cut up, and I have the rest of that banana bread.
I'm a hider myself. You couldn't find me. When I die, you won't be able to not trace me.
That's just it. If I didn't want to be found, I wouldn't be found. Truth is,
She'll tell you I'm a better cook than her. She'll clean, but I cook.
respect that.
Even if she wanted to cook, I still like to cook.
And that's what I thought was better. If I'm at the beach with my boy,
I don't know if she's watching the stream, but shockingly,
am I going to be rushing to the restaurant? Because my son will be taken from me in a bad experience through revenge.
she's not a big cook.
I give you a punchline. How the
Punchline. What happened was, I knew a friend of
She doesn't
mine
really
that
cook
lived back
much.
in town. And I knew he wasn't real. I knew that he was the information that I don't know. She said, oh, I hired
I probably cook more. I definitely cook more than her. And when I cook, she always likes my stuff, so she kind of volunteers me to cook. But I like cooking, so I
You
cook.
had your parents phone number?
Yes, she knows how to contact everyone. So, through that, I sent her pictures of my son.
Oh, she makes good spring rolls.
Clear background, but if you really dug in, you'd see where I was geographically. And I gave her little crumbs. How much did I buy?
She makes rice.
These couple of months, I got them out
She
the
makes
door.
my breakfast. I'll have,
And
well, I call it my breakfast, but it's like at 11 or 12 o'clock.
because I
Rice, which she tosses in the rice cooker. She'll make me a fried egg and a slice of toast. Two things I don't eat, Tuna, and I don't eat hard-boiled eggs.
So she came back into town first.
So I only eat scrambled eggs
I've been here for about 3 years.
or a fried egg.
4 years. 4 years, not done. See her? Come on in.
I don't eat
I said, you're
hard-boiled
welcome to
eggs.
see him anytime you want. You can never take him again if you've got everything by yourself. You can come over anytime.
Only
It's
chicken eggs.
lunchtime, we can all go out there together and do things together. Never. I would never ever trust you again. Because of a traumatic experience where we have to ever take my son. And that's what she's done. She stayed here today, and maybe once a week she'll pop over for 15 minutes. That's it.
I don't eat seafood or tuna, but I know for a fact when Philip talks about tuna, he's talking about the star-kissed in a pouch or in a can.
Little to no effort about her. Somewhere, someplace. 15 minutes. No, she lives at their end now. She decided to stay here. But my son doesn't care. She treats him the same way she treated him, which is, he was always Daddy's boy. His daddy showed him the love from the very beginning, the support he had. And all she ever showed him was her inner anger, her hatred, her hatred that she had inside. So now that she's back, he's still like,
How long has she been with you?
My hands, man. I don't have a napkin. That's the one thing. If she, that's how you could tell that I made my lunch. If she would have made my lunch, I would have had a napkin. But I don't have a napkin.
I see it. I'm laying it out for you. It's not a good idea. But she wants to have it.
I don't have a napkin. But I do have some banana bread for the bus. What's up from Kansas? I am in Vietnam. It's raining. Let me find a garbage. My charging cord. Oh, this is the only, I bet you guys have never seen this before. Look at this. This is the only convenience store I've ever seen where you're supposed to take your shoes off. Look at this. You guys have ever seen that? I remember they had this last time. So if you come into the convenience store, now I know Asians take off their shoes coming in to houses and stuff like that, but have you guys ever seen taking off your shoes to come into a convenience store? This is our bus. And then there's a bath. All this was under construction and like the bathroom was halfway working. This will be our second to last stop. I think we'll probably stop in about another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. This is Duck's seat. This is the seat that he sits by the driver. What do you guys think? You guys think I should drive it? Should I drive this bad boy?
I just like animals, I guess.
Yeah, my freaking charging port does not work. See, there's the charging port, but it doesn't work. Ooh. Seal thigh 24/7. I should eat soon. 14 speed. Yeah, I don't even know how to drive a stick shift, so I don't know if we would make it back. I don't know if we would make it back at all. I don't know if we would make it back. Hopefully nobody gets left. Let's see, can we see them out there? They better get their Pringles and Miranda sodas and get the hell back on the bus. I have a feeling it's raining in Da Nang. I have a feeling it's raining in Da Nang, I bet. I'm just glad that this visa is done. All I gotta do now is just get back, and I'm good on the visa. But it's just so easy to get a new visa. They don't ask you any questions. It's not like Thailand. So a lot of you guys come from Thailand or been to Thailand. You guys deal with the immigration questions and the issues, but Vietnam is 1,000% different. It's raining. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. I just hope it's not raining for the 5 or 10 minutes that I get off the bus and have to catch an in-drive. Oh, look at this guy. He's getting left. Is he getting left? Sorry for you. Maybe we'll pick you up on the next visa run in a couple months. Have fun living in this new city for 3 months. That guy's gonna be a new citizen in this city until another visa run makes it back here. Yeah, in Laos it wasn't raining today. So I've experienced no rain today. In the Bay Area where I'm from, it doesn't even snow. It's not even an option. Like I said, in my whole life, not until I was 38 years old did I ever see snow. So from 0 to 38, I've never seen snow. And then 38, I went to Tahoe and experienced some snow when I was in Tahoe. Nah, I'm not going to buy an umbrella. I do have the hood on my jacket, and I don't really go out when it rains, so very, very, very few times I've been out when it rains. So I just don't want to spend money on something that I know that I'm not going to use. Robert Klaus. What's up, buddy? This is our bus. This is our... Not my favorite bus. The other one, the gray bus that I recommend to everyone, apparently it's either not being used or they didn't bring it out today. I've never went skiing. Nope. I've never went ice skiing, or I don't even know how to roller skate. So people always give me a bad time because they say, hey man, you're white, you should know how to ski, skateboard, snowboard. Like, I don't know how to do any of those. I don't even know how to roller skate. I don't know none of that stuff. I don't know any of that. I don't know how to skate, skateboard, surf, snowboard, ski, slalom, whatever the hell all that other stuff is. Basically, the only sports I ever played when growing up: baseball, basketball, football. That's what, if you're from California, that's what people will say. They'll say, how is it that you're white and you don't know how to skateboard? And I'll say, I know how to skate, but I don't know how to skateboard. I don't know how to ride roller skates. I'm not from, like, where I was born and raised was one of the most, like, diverse cities in all of the United States. So all those activities that people consider to be rich or white, I've never done. So it's always shocking, like, when people will say, like, oh, you haven't done this? And I'll say, no. And they'll say, what kind of grown white man's never done that? Like, I've golfed once or maybe twice in my life. Never went surfing. What else have I? There's so much stuff that I've never done. I've never watched Star Wars. There's so much stuff. Like, when I tell you guys some of the stuff I've never done, you guys are like, what? But at the same time, then remember, I tell people, hey man, I've been to 20 countries. How many have you been to? And they'll say, oh, United States. There's so much stuff that people are shocked about. Like, I went golfing once or twice. I don't fish. I don't like tennis. I don't like racing, like NASCAR. I know I'd be too cold trying to ski. No, I'd fall. So I'd probably fall and it would be cold. So Those two things would be kind of a problem. He was giving someone back some money. I don't have a tattoo. Like, there's so much stuff I've never done. It's just raining, man. As soon as we came back from Laos, everything just started to rain. I think it's just raining all through this whole part of Vietnam. Every single place. It's just been non-stop rain the whole trip besides 30 minutes before Laos. None of them really interest me anyways. I'm trying to think if any of those really interest me. I wanted to... So what I didn't realize is how cold the damn snow is, because I always had this idea like, hey, you're gonna go run in the snow and build a snowman. And then when I got out to the snow, the one time I ever seen snow, I was like, wow, it's freaking cold. Like, when I went down and picked up the snow, I was like, yeah, this thing is cold. It was like freezing my bones, and I was like, it doesn't look like how it does on TV. Roller skating, I never am able enough.